Hi guys, it's Patty with Patty's Paper Design. How are you folks today? I'm doing well. I think we're going to have some rain either later today or maybe tomorrow. It kind of looks a little overcast right now, and it's a little breezy, a little bit more so than normal. So I'm glad you were able to join me in my craft room. I always look forward to seeing you all. So let's go ahead and get started with, we're going to do Margarette Miller's week 32. So the elements that we're supposed to have are text in a foreign language. I've already got that glued down, along with another backing page on the other side. Something in a circus or a carnival, and I've chosen 3 circus animals. I've got a camel, a zebra, and an elephant. And then I'm supposed to have smoke or fire. So I've got a fireplace, and then I've got a guy grilling on looks like a huge outdoor barbecue. Kind of like one of those grill masters, maybe. Something with a spine. Well, all 3 of these creatures have spines. And then anything that starts with a T. So I have the word travel. Let's go ahead and get these stuck down. Let's see. I think I want that up there. Like that. And I think I want this. Well, come on. I want this over here. And I want this here. I want that up here. And this elephant is going to be my pocket. Now, when I was cutting this out, I forgot that I wanted it to be my pocket, because I was going to kind of keep more of this paper on, and I forgot. But we'll work around that. We'll turn it into a tuck type thing. So, let's see. I think I'm going to use my Barely Arts glue, simply because it doesn't come out as fast as the art glitter glue does. Now, let's see. Let's stick this elephant down. I think I want to put his little legs down. And all of his trunk here. Up to about there. So what all are you folks doing today? Let me know in the comments. Are you crafting today? Are you shopping? Is this your shopping day? I know when I had a family, I don't know how many of you have families at home, you know, children. When I had children at home, weekends were my day to do a lot of cooking. I tried to get all my housework done pretty much during the week to where I could just have the weekends to try and spend time with my family and cook. And on Sundays we would always have family over. We would have my mom, usually my mom, sometimes my sister and her husband, but they normally had other stuff to do. And sometimes we would have my in-laws over, depending upon what they had going on. They like to drive out in the country a lot. That was their little thing that they liked to do. They would drive in the country, and they would visit state parks And the state parks here in Indiana, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have really nice buffets, lunch buffets. So they liked going to the lunch buffets. That was one of their weekend things that they did. But I just like to stay home with my kids and my husband and cook for my kids. I would work in the garden on the weekends too, a lot. We'd have cookouts in the summer. So, but I don't do any of that now. I haven't had a cookout since my husband passed away. And I don't cook for my family anymore because I don't have I just can't. I can't fix a big meal like I used to. I just don't have the strength in me anymore. I can't stand long enough. So I go over to their house instead. I have had a cookout at their house a couple times this summer. I think the last time I was over there we had, what did we have? Oh, it was for my granddaughter's 18th birthday. We had hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. Then the time before that I went over there for a cookout, we had steak, which is always nice. My son's a good griller. Then my daughter-in-law does all the indoor cooking and organizes the timing of everything. So typical, typical mom kind of thing. So I don't really know a whole lot since our last video. I don't think. I went and had a pedicure. I think I told you I was going to be doing that. Went and had a pedicure. Went and got my nails done. I've been to pulmonary rehab a couple times. I don't remember when I filmed last. Might have been last Wednesday. But anyway, of course I've been, I know, it was Wednesday I think, because I had to do, that's when I had my pedicure. I had my pedicure, and then I had to go to pulmonary rehab, and then I had to come home and do paperwork for work. I think I remember telling you all that. So it looks kind of bare, but I really don't want to spend all that time making it less bare because I want to get into what we're going to be doing today. And what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you my next journals. And I say journals in the plural because I've got to get a bunch of journals done here and other types of things. My church always has a craft fair. I think it's in October, so I don't really have a whole lot of... I hope it's not when I'm gone. I'm going to have to make sure they don't do it when I'm gone. I'm going to have to get together a bunch of stuff. I already have stuff. I've been working on craft fair stuff for a little while now. I just haven't been talking to you all about it. And so anyhow, I'm going to be doing, well, with these 3 kits, I'm going to be doing, I think, 6 journals total that I have planned at the moment. Okay, so the first kit is the lovely, here it is. the lovely, what is it called? Sunflower Art, I think is what it's called. I'll link the video below where I went through this kit with you all, because some of you may not have seen that video. So we're going to be doing, this is my main one that I'm going to get started. But I'm going to get them all started. I'm going to work this like a mass make. And you know what? I don't have any light going on in here. So let me get up just a minute and turn on my light. I forgot to do that. Isn't that awful? Much better. I turned off my overhead light that I was using to work a little bit earlier because it puts a shadow on my phone, and I can still see pretty good in here because I got the window open, or the blinds. I didn't stop to think that you guys couldn't see. So anyhow, this is one that we're going to work on. And like I said, I'm going to do these like a mass make. I kind of got this idea from watching Gail Augustinelli. I was already going to be doing 2, but then I decided I was going to do 4 from one pack, or one set of scrapbooking paper. And then I've got a digital that I could probably do another 2 or 3, but I'm only going to work on one with that one. Okay, so I've got this one. Let's set that aside. I'm going to put Margarette Miller up. Put her up. Okay. Set this one aside. So I want to show you this digital. This digital is from the Junk Journal Studio, and it's called, I believe it's called Summer Garden. And it's a huge kit. And she calls it a huge kit, I'm pretty sure. So these are the pages. I've sorted through the pages. These are the ones that I'm likely to use in the journal that I'm working on. Here's other pages that come in the kit. Let me take this off. You can see there's 10 more. These pages are basically a fall theme, and then a few pages that have a bee theme to them. I don't want to do a fall theme or a bee theme, so I'm not going to work with those pages right now. I'm already doing a fall theme with my Sunflower Art. This is strictly summer that I want to do. So I've got this beautiful paper. These all speak summer to me. They speak summer garden, produce. I'm going to have to add a few journaling pages, I'm pretty sure. I know I do have some journaling pages here, but I can select those from other papers that I have. Now, even though apples are fall, this doesn't speak to me as fall because of the flowers and the butterflies. And honestly, I've never seen an apple tree bloom while it was having apples those large on it. Kind of weird. So here we got a bunch of garden vegetables. More garden vegetables. More garden vegetables. And it kind of, in a way, has a little bit of a farm type theme because it's got chickens. And this guy here, he looks like a farmer, I think. And it, poultry and seed farm thing here. Now this one does look a little bit fall. I mean, it looks a lot fall actually because of the pumpkins and the squash. But I'm okay with it because it's got this little bunny rabbit, and I like the green, and I like these seeds right here. So I'm okay with that one being in the journal, even though it looks a little fall. Then we have this one, and these are more flowers. which summer flowers. We have flowers in the summertime. And this is just like a writing page. So I've got one writing page there. Then these here are flowers. Beautiful, I think. Those look like onion. This kind of looks like fall because of the color, but not really. I'm really not quite sure what these little things are. They kind of look like persimmons in a way, but I don't think persimmons grow in a bunch, but I'm not sure. Haven't seen a persimmon tree in a while. Okay, so this is, to me, summer. Birds and flowers and butterflies, more summer to me. And this would be a writing page. And this I'm going to have to do something different with. So I don't know why I put that dark green on there. I really wasn't thinking when I printed it out, but I want to use that paper. So what I'm going to do, I have these two misprints. Well, no, they're not. This one's not a misprint. This one's fine. But this is fall. I don't want to use that. So I'm going to cut this half and put it over here. I'll probably, I don't know, I might sew it on. And then this one is a misprint because they're upside down. This is right side up on this side, and this is upside down. So I'm going to fold this one in half, put it over there. And it won't matter that they've got, you know, different pictures on them because they'll be in different places in the journal. So that's how I'm going to remedy that problem. And then I think the rest of these are pretty much journaling type pages. Let me see. This one is a journaling type page. You can journal on that, or I could decorate it. You can journal on this, or it could be decorated. Oh, this is not a journaling type page. This is a background type page. That's okay though. And this is a journaling type, and this would be more easily journaled on than the red. Okay, so, and I think I've got about, let me count them here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so I got 12 pages here, and I like to have about 15. Or if I'm really attached to some of the papers, I can go with maybe 16 or 17 or so. I know some people have put up to 20 or more in a single signature. I don't want to do that. To me, about 15 is right, unless the paper's really thick, and then I do less. So I've got other papers I can print out, or I've got, you know, some coffee stain paper. I've got some pastel yellow paper. I've got some notebook paper. I've got legal pad paper I could put in here. I thought about doing that and then making some pockets and different things with folding the paper, because it, you know, a legal pad is longer. So that's what I'm going to do with this journal. And then, in addition to the pages that she made 2 other things you could download. One of them was called Ephemera, I think, and the other one was called Words and Definitions. So I've got them kind of mixed up in here, and I'm not. These are the ones that I picked. This is cardstock. So these are the ones that I picked out that I thought had things on them that I would use. Okay, these here, I'm not going to be using these. Like I could use that, or I could use that. Well, I could use any of it. I could use that too. But most of this is more on the fallish or a color of word that I don't want to use. I don't want to use this color of word. I want a lighter color of word. So I don't want to use that. We've got some red ones. I may use some red ones. There's some green ones in here. I might use some green ones. But anyway, I don't want to use those. So I got to sort through here and figure out which ones of these I'm going to use. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be using the bee one because I don't want to have bees in this particular journal. I probably won't be using this sunflower one because I don't want anything that's like fallish, but I could use all the rest of these. And then same thing here. I have to look through. I won't use the bee. I won't use the sunflower, but I might use all the rest of these. I doubt that I'll use the bugs, but I do like these words. Here again, I like these words. I probably am not going to use those. I may use that. I might use some of these red words. I might use some of these green words. I doubt that I'm going to be using any of these words because I think they're too big, but I might. I might use these words. I'm not going to use them all. You know, I'll have to pick and choose. So I might use these two things, and I might use some of these words. I might use some of those words. I probably am not going to do that. I might use some of these. You know, it's just the same thing all the way through. Then we've got this kind of stuff going on. This kind of stuff. Blank labels and numbers. More little tag shapes, tabs. You know, and like I said, some of them I'll use, some of them I won't. So, I'm not going to go through this whole big batch. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. And a lot of this, let me see, there's stuff down here that, like a lot of this you can use in something else besides this particular journal. You can, you know, use it. Oh, isn't that pretty? I like that. I will use that. Like this stuff here, you can use this elsewhere. All those flowers and the berries and the tomatoes, you can put that someplace else. You put that ball jar someplace else. You can use these things someplace else. You know, there's other elements in here that aren't necessarily, you could use either of these two things places. You know, you can use them in any other kind of journal that you're working on. These butterflies can go anywhere. You know, those. That can go anywhere. So, that's the second primary journal that I'm going to be working on. And it's going to take me probably a lot longer to work on it than the other because I'm going to have to fussy cut a lot. Okay, so then I have these. This is called Autumn Wishes from Memory Place. And I don't know that this is available anymore. I've had it for a while and it says it's a 2021 paper pack. So this is very fallish. And it comes, there's 12 double-sided papers, 2 of each design. So there's 5 pages. And then there's a background. I mean, not a background. There's cut-aparts. That's a nice journaling card. Well, they're all nice journaling cards. And then on the back, it's good for journaling on. So we've got that. So I'm going to get two journals out of this one pack. And I have 2 of these. For some reason or another, I have 2 of these. I have no idea why I have 2 of these, but I have 2 of these. So I'm going to be able to get 4 journals out of this. And I don't think this one's going to take me all that long because I don't have a lot to cut out. Now, I do have this problem with, you know, these are beautiful backgrounds. So what am I going to do with that? Well, I've been looking at this paper here. And of course, you know, we're going to cut off the branding strip. And then on this one, I'm going to cut the top of the house off. Because I think this part is more important than having the roof of the house. I will miss some of these here flowers, but that's okay. I'll get these down here. And that'll be fine. And then on the back, we have beautiful flowers. So I like that. So then on this one here, same thing. I'm going to cut the top off because I think this is more important than this up here. Because if I cut 3 inches off of here, I'm just going to have the top of the pumpkins. Well, who wants to see the top of the pumpkins? That's not very interesting, even though this is very beautiful up here. But I'm still going to have some of these flowers. I'm still going to have these ball jars. So I'm good with that. And then the back of this is wood. So it's not going to hurt to have wood cut off, right? Okay, now this one here, I've decided that this is probably going to be my centerpiece. Probably on all of my journals. Maybe not, but probably. And I decided I'm going to cut 1.5 inches on each side. So 1.5 inches here, 1.5 inches here, 1.5 inches here, 1.5 inches here. And that will put me right inside the frame about. All the way around. So I'm just going to be cutting off the frame. And that'll be fine. And then we have beautiful flowers here. And then on this one, I don't even have to worry about it. Doesn't matter what I cut off because I've got, it's a repeating pattern. And on the back is wood. And then this one here doesn't matter either because we have a repeating pattern. And on the back is just this orange. So I've got that. So I'm going to make 4 journals out of these 2 paper pads. Then, since I don't have a thing to make ephemera with, really, I mean, I will have the cutoffs, but that's not going to give me very much ephemera. I just have those. I have these. I pulled this out of a Recollections scrapbooking pad, and they're called Cottage Flowers. So it's just a one-sided, and I went through the pad and I pulled out each piece because I felt like each piece could fit potentially into this particular journal or these particular journals. So I've got this, and I have this, and I just have a blank, flat orange. And I have these flowers here. And I have these flowers and pumpkins here. And this matches real well with a page in the... I just lost my light. That's not good. Did I lose anything else, I wonder? Okay, let me check and see what's going on. Are my connections tight? Oh, I think I should have paused you. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure what is going on. Let me try the switch. Maybe something happened to the switch because it looks like it's on the off position. Isn't that weird? Well, that's so weird. Okay, well, we're back in business. I don't know how or why that happened, but it just turned off. The switch turned off. That was very strange. Let me make sure you're in view still. Yes, you are. Okay. So this here matches fairly well with one of the pages in that pad. Then I have just a brown. And then I have this like a burnt orange with flowers on it. I have this green. And I have this little burnt orangey, peachy type pattern on this one. And I have no idea what this is. I mean, it's pretty. I like it. So I pulled it out of the pad because I figure it'll go. Then I have this peachy color. Then I have these leaves. And I have this pattern here. And then I've got this blue. And all these colors will work with this pad. So I'm going to try and make my tags and different things out of these. Of course, I'll have to, I'll have to decorate them. And I've got plenty of fall decorations, so I don't have a problem with that. I've got leaves, I've got pumpkins, I've got trucks, I've got all sorts of things. So I don't think I'll have a problem with that. And this is going to be my next project for, quite a little while. Now, what I thought we would do, we've got about, oh, my stupid watch. Okay, so I got on at 10 after 1. It's almost 1:40. So we got about a half an hour. And what I thought I would do is I thought that I would do some mamagami. I've never done that before. I've seen it done. And I really like the idea of my journal smelling good. And I also like the idea of using up some hand lotion that I've had hanging around the house for a long time and that I haven't used all of. And probably, it will probably just hang around and maybe be here when I die. So I thought I would use that up. So let's go ahead and do some mamagami. And we'll see how this all works. So this one here this is a Bath and Body Works. It's called Maui Mango Surf. And it's aloe gel lotion. I think I got this for when maybe I was in the sun or something. So I hope it works. And I can't take my rings off, otherwise I would. But I can't. Oh gosh, it smells good. I haven't even squeezed it out of the container. I can't take my rings off because my knuckles are too swollen. I may need to take my bracelet off though. I think I will. So this smells really, really good. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. If it'll work like it's supposed to or not. Because like I said, I've never done this before. But we are doing it now. And it really soaks in. Okay, now, after you get it all lotioned up, you're supposed to grab it and wad it up like this. But you need to be careful with it that you don't tear it. And then you just wad it. Get all the extra lotion off your hands. And squeeze it. And open it up. And then you wad it up again. Maybe do this to it too. I don't know. It feels completely different. Doesn't feel like scrapbook paper at all. And it smells delightful. Gonna have to do it. Uh-oh, looky, I tore it. I guess I wasn't careful. I have to be careful that my rings don't jab it too. Okay. I think that's good. So now I need to set it over to dry. So I'll be back in just a second. Well, I see where I tore it in two places. Oh well, it's fixable. We can fix all these little goofs. Okay. So, I don't want to do a plain one just yet. How about if I do this one? So now, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'll use the solid colors, mostly the solid colors. Or no, let me rephrase this. I'm thinking that I will mostly use the solid colors for cutting out tag shapes. And then use the decorative pieces, the designed paper, to decorate, along with other pieces. You know, pieces like, I think I might have I think I overdid the lotion just a tad on this one. Then I'll decorate also with, you know, like pumpkins or leaves or trucks or whatever kind of fall thing I might have that will go. Oh, well, I see part of my problem might be the fact that I've got long nails. And they're poking through in places. That might be a problem. Guess I better be careful of that. Actually, they're really not that long. But I guess they're long enough that they could potentially cause a problem. They're pointy on the edge. That's probably the biggest problem. So I am going to do probably, I don't know, maybe 2 more of these. Because you're going to get you'll have the feel of what this is all about by that time, you know, on how to do it yourself.